Gillian, your eye was caught by carbon pricing, not just carbon pricing, but bipartisan carbon pricing.
Here's the interesting thing. Sonny Perdue, Secretary of Agriculture, gave what seemed to be quite a boring briefing this week about the goals for the next year, in which he suddenly said that actually he was partly in favour of a carbon price for agriculture. In particular, he said, if it is a social goal and social priority there, then let's put a price over carbon emissions to essentially encourage farmers to show out their carbon sequestration efforts. Now, you might say, well, what does that mean? What it means is that actually there's beginning to be quite an interesting shift in the core of the Republican Party and even around the White House towards saying that maybe, just maybe, having completely rejected the idea of carbon prices and carbon border taxes before as being European and socialist, maybe it's time to start looking at that issue again as it becomes clear from polling that voters are getting worried about the climate change.
Is it appealing to investors, Seema? I mean, do you take into account carbon increasingly in your investment decisions, your long-term investment decisions?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a big issue for lots of large institutional investors. We take that very seriously. We have a number of different investment strategies that are focused on this. We're coming up with what we think are great climate change solutions for a lot of our bigger clients, working with them. It's very top of mind. Morgan Stanley Investment Management, we actually have a conference next week called the Ideas New York Conference, where one of the big topics is around ESG, environmentally social governance investing, and climate is a big part of that. So we plan to talk a lot about that with our clients next week.